Hello everyone, and welcome to week 11 of me making my own animated film. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing great. Thank you all for all of your support and comments. Like, I'm getting all these comments and it makes me happy. I'm gonna be starting this week off with talking about Kofi. I've had someone ask me earlier about if I have a Patreon, if one could support me in any type of way. And whilst I don't feel like I have the time to manage a Patreon at this moment, I did manage to create a Ko-Fi page. And if you don't know what Ko-Fi is, it's sort of like Patreon, I guess, but you can donate whatever you want, whenever you want. So either you can donate every month, or you could donate just once because you felt like it, you know, like coffee change, which I thought was really nice because there's not so much pressure and there's not so much, you know, you have to do it in a certain way. So if you ever would feel like supporting me in that type of way, I'll link my Ko-Fi down below. If one decides to donate every month, I will put your name in my videos. So that's fun. So with that out of the way, I'm obviously still doing rough animations. So I was thinking of taking a step back today and actually look at something that I haven't talked about so much yet. And that is my story, or just, I guess, developing a story. To be fair, I haven't told you guys what my film is about at all. I guess I didn't want to spoil too much, but I actually have a short synopsis that I've written that I wanted to read out to you guys. So here we go. The struggle of loss and alienation is not painless, especially not for a young girl growing up. Someone I miss is telling the story of the inner conflicts of Jen, as she battles doubts of her own self-worth and where she truly belongs in the world. So my story is completely fictional, but all of it is based on my personal experiences and feelings. When you're trying to come up with this story, maybe you already decided that you want to make a film or a game or whatever, and then you sit down and try to come up with the story, and that's a lot of fun, right? You get to brainstorm and all this stuff. I love it. But this particular story actually came to me, I guess, and then I decided, like, man, I should make a movie, or like I should make a film or something out of this, because I want this story to be told. As I said before, this is all based on my personal experiences and feelings. So, you know, sometimes you have a feeling or something that is just really hard to describe. And I feel like this medium and games as well, and comics maybe even, is a really great format to try and explain those feelings to someone who's never felt it before, or maybe someone who thought that they were alone in this could see that, damn, that's like my story, like that's like my feelings, and maybe they'll help just a little bit. And I do feel like this is a lot of personal healing for myself as well, so that's a plus. I've been told before that maybe I shouldn't put so much personal stuff, personal feelings into my work, but I do feel like when you do put in a lot of feeling and power like that into your work, it just becomes better. For me, that's the general feeling I've had, especially with other people. Like when you see someone, they finish their passion project, you just go like, whoa. I do believe people can feel and see when someone's really put their heart and soul into something, and I want to do that with my work. So obviously I had sort of like a loose script in the beginning, and I had an idea of all the scenes and what I wanted this story to be, but since I from the beginning decided to not have everything set in stone, the story has sort of developed from more of a shallow version of itself to something a lot deeper than I intentioned from the beginning. And I believe like this is a really good thing to do with your projects, especially if you're doing a long project, is to let everything sort of mature. The more you work on it, the more things you're gonna see and understand and want to do with it. And obviously, probably you have a deadline, so maybe you don't overscope, but to keep your mind and project open to changes really can help your story out in the end, I believe. Obviously, this maybe only works if you're working on your own individual or indie project, but I think it's a good thing to keep in mind, because you're gonna have some great ideas along the way and you don't want to just dismiss them because they weren't in the plan from the beginning. But I'm also a firm believer in the saying, kill your darlings. So, like, don't just throw everything in there because you had an idea. Sometimes you have ideas and they're kind of nice and cool, but maybe they don't actually add anything to your story. So when you have new ideas, also obviously be aware and think everything through and throw what needs to be thrown in the garbage as well. I am obviously not a professional storyteller or writer of any sort, but these are the thoughts and conclusions that I've had getting this far into my project, and I hope it was somewhat interesting to listen to. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. Follow me on my socials if you would like more updates. I update there more regularly than I do on YouTube. And I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye-bye.